If nothing else, I hope there's a special spot in hell for Vince McMahon for what happened.
I will never forgive your mother for giving birth to you.
96% of adults go to work hungover the day after a holiday party. New Year's has the worst statistics, with almost 58% of highway deaths being alcohol related. 40% of highway deaths during the holidays are alcohol related. This holiday, stay home, stay at a friend's or a family's house. Be safe this holiday season. Don't drink and drive. Look at her. Look at this lady. She looks like she could have been hot before all of that.
I think she probably was, but now she looks like a
monster.
I was gonna say, you know how cartoon characters, depending on which one, are drawn with exaggerated features?
Yeah, that's exactly what she looks like. This is
like one of them were more. It's like the Pinocchio thing, becoming a real. Pinocchio wanted to become a real boy. Well, I think this cartoon wanted to become human, and that's what happened.
Yeah, she was like, I want to be a real model. Matrix came out at this time. And,
right, but if that is a dude, I want to see his boobs. They're nice. No lie. Beautiful work.
That dude has some hot.
It's just a feeling.
Fishing gear.
Oh yeah, you need that.
Paracord.
I'm telling you, in like an apocalypse situation,
you
just
need
fucking
fishing
fish,
gear,
bro. You can't run out of fish ever.
Nah, man. Jesus fed 1,000 people with one.
Yeah, that's because they were everywhere. There was a plethora. He didn't do nothing special.
No, one fish.
No. Yeah, I understand.
It was just one. But does that mean like one type?
Yes.
One type of fish. Like he caught a lot of bass. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like, he was like, it was 100 bass, but it was
fuck did I just walk
fish.
into? Hey, Jesus had some fish and shit, and we fed everybody. But no, he had a bunch of fish and everything. What kind of fish was it?
Do you believe in Jesus?
Yes, I believe in Jesus.
Well, what do you think then? You're the only one that matters in this room, right?
Now, this is a dude.
No.
Yes. Elliot Page is a biological female.
I thought she was Joseph Levitt, and then she was Elliot Page. I'm confused about this.
I think you're confused about this. Elliot Page
like,
is
she's not that dude. Like, look at my screen right here. She's not that dude right there?
No.
She looks like him. Now I'm totally not turned on anymore.
Now I need the show to see this. I need to look up Inception.
Wait, she was in, then what was she in? Because I totally was confused.
Inception.
Dude, I was so confused by her gender that I thought she was a completely different person. Like, when they talk about her in the media, I'm like, that's her.
For everyone watching.
No, she was Joseph Levitt, and then she became her.
No.
So wait, she's a chick then, for real, for her entire life?
Hold on. Yes.
So she's been a chick. Gender shit messes me up, man.
Elliot Page is
I thought
now
it was
a
Joseph
male.
Levitt. Yeah, that's Joseph.
Oh my
As
God.
a chick, dude. He would have made
made
a beautiful chick. Like,
Dude, I can see it now.
but I'm saying, like, I always thought that. Anytime she was in the news, I was like, oh yeah, that's just Joseph Levitt. Like, I swear. Play the tapes. I feel like she didn't.
I was meaning to highlight that this week, but I was so depressed that I didn't do shit.
What are you depressed about, man?
The whole court thing.
Fuck you. This ain't
sucks.
therapy. Shut up.
This is my therapy, fuckface. Superhero villain shit.
Yeah.
Austin Powers
Yeah.
With the cat and the pee-pee.
While he stands there and tells you his
$1
evil
billion.
plan.
And then the crowd
$1
runs in pandemonium. You know what I'm saying? And,
These
and
mosquitoes will bite the shit out of you for the next 20 minutes unless you give me $1
lock the
billion.
doors. The doors lock. The doors lock up and shit. Like,
They sticking chairs under the door handles and shit.
They're like, it's too much for us to take. Give him what he wants.
hey, they in the hallway, in a quiet hallway, listening to people bang on the door like, help us. Like,
Chapter systems are offline.
Number one. Ladies and gentlemen, here it is.
No Outlet Live with your favorite hosts on the North Coast, Jeremy Tomesek and Jarrod Stober. The road to boredom ends here.
No outlet, but I need to charge my phone.
No Outlet Live.
Welcome back. It's a whole new episode of No Outlet Live. It is your favorite host on the North Coast, Jeremy Tomesek. You could always hit up the show at 216-647-0064. We receive your voicemails, your calls, your texts. You could also email us at nooutletlive@yahoo.com. I am joined by not our co-host, but by a good friend, a local comedian, one of the funniest people that I am proud to have performed next to. We have Raymond Hyclak.
Oh boy, you're putting a lot on me here, kid. That's one of the greatest. No. Mediocre is.
I said one of
what
the greatest that I performed next to.
Still, you need to perform with better people, kid. Like it's.
I perform with some good people, but I'm still like an open micer.
Yeah. Hey, how long you been doing?
So, collectively, I would say I've been in about a year.
Okay, yeah, you still have hopes and dreams.
Yeah. Well, they've been slowly dwindling, but yes.
Oh well, I mean, that's when you find out. Like I think it was 2 or 3 years is when I really started going like, because when the first ever ball munching I took on stage, that was, but.
When did you start stand-up comedy?
July, I think it was July 22nd, 2014.
Okay.
I was working in the day job I work now, which is pest control. And then what I would do is just get bored. I was listening to the Alan Cox Show, a local radio show here, and Bill Squire.
Yeah.
Was advertising Hilario at Barrio. And he was like, if you want to, come do a set, here's the email. I wrote it down and emailed them, and I got on that night. That night was my first time ever doing stand-up. It was a Monday, and I got shit-faced, made no one laugh, but for some reason I liked it, and I went, fuck it, I'm going back in this.
This is how it goes, right?
Yeah, I tried when I was 18. Like, I really wanted to because I was a big fan of comedy growing up. Like,
Yeah.
Comedy Central and Channel 879, which was the Opie and Anthony channel on DirecTV, were the only two channels that I would watch on a constant basis, save for maybe G4, when I was like a little kid. And when the opportunity came up where I found out that there was like an open mic audition at the Cleveland Improv, I was like, fuck yeah, I'm going to do it. But it went away in 25, I decided to do it. So
You know, the Opie and Anthony thing, when I was younger, I remember Howard Stern being so huge, but I was such a young boy that I wasn't able to catch on to the wave. I didn't really care about that kind of stuff. I was still worried about like Dragon Ball Z and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I was like into video games, that stuff was adapting. But now that as I'm getting older and I'm going back, like just recently, I've been going through the archives of Opie and Anthony on YouTube. And the stuff that they did with comedians, it was very groundbreaking what they did.
It was mind blowing because like we moved to Menor where I graduated high school, and that's pretty much where we stayed.
A suburb outside of Cleveland. For anybody outside of the city that
I didn't stay in the nice part, by the way. Anybody watching this going, "Ooh, Menor."
there is no bad part of Menor, dude.
Oh, there is. There is. When you get into the heart of Menor near like the high school, that's what, and then you get into like the $1 million homes as shit like expands out.
Yeah.
But like where I was,
that's Menor on the lake.
I was close. Close. I was on the border. I was in Menor proper. But we had DirecTV. My dad decided, fuck it, I'm going to get DirecTV because he could do the sports thing, which was awesome because I got to see every single sports channel in the country. But they had a deal with Sirius or XM at the time. Where
that's when Sirius was pushing its way into every platform.
Sirius was new. This was XM radio. This was like before the merger happened, and I think it was like 05, 06.
Yeah.
And what happened was they had a deal where they were going to put O&A on, like they put them on the lowest channel you could possibly do. You got to 879, you went back to 02 on your DirecTV. It was that low. But when you found it, like the stuff you've heard, like I'm assuming it's from the 2000s, right?
Yeah.
The 2000, like those days for them were insane because they were on XM.
Yeah, what really is blowing my mind is that like my whole life I've been a student of stand-up comedy. I started off as like a hip-hop guy.
Okay.
I always wanted to be in the engineering and writing, and I've always made music for decades. For about a decade and a half, I was like a performer, a writer. I did all of the hip-hop stuff, but I was always a super fan of stand-up, and I always heard all these things about Patrice O'Neal. And Patrice is a gem in the stand-up world. That he was,
he's a god.
R.I.P. He is one of the gods of stand-up, and there's not a lot of like commercial material out of him. But now that I've stumbled on the O&A, Opie and Anthony on YouTube, I'm going back and I'm listening to direct things from Patrice O'Neal, and it's amazing
Black
to hear
Phillip.
this guy.
The show that he would do on Saturdays where people would call in with relationship advice, and this fat black man who's just insulting most of them just is giving them relationship advice. My Saturdays were when they were doing like programming. It was awesome because you'd get Joe DeRosa and Bill Burr had their own show. Black Phillip went on at like 9 o'clock at night, and then it'd be reruns of O&A and Ron and Fez. It was the most amazing time to be a comedy fan back then. Like we have a great thing now nationally as a country for stand-up.
But it was different at that time, wasn't it?
It was just, it felt. It was like compared to then. It was sort of like a weird anger almost. A lot of the Boston comics were just angry and completely like
Bill Burr type stuff.
Oh, the Philadelphia tape, always one of my favorites. But when you look at what O&A did and what they've become, it's kind of funny because you saw it happening with guys like Patrice who would call Anthony out and be like, Anthony's racist, but he's funny. He would do those kind of things.
He was kind of racist because he would drop the N-word all the time.
Well, it was XM. You could do that shit.
And he would do it with Patrice in the studio. It was
Patrice was cool.
Patrice was cool.
Yeah. To me, losing Patrice, I know everybody says it all the time, but like I would love to see what he would do right now. But just to be like in a club with Patrice, not radio Patrice. It's kind of got to be somewhat
unfiltered, no restriction. Him in your face.
He was so good when I saw him live. I saw him on the traveling.
You got to see him.
O&A Traveling Virus Tour 2006.
No shit.
It was September 6th, 2006. 2 weeks after the Philadelphia incident.
Wow.
So people were trying to boo Bill Burr to get him to get that reaction or whatever, and he was just like, "I'm not gonna do it. I'm just not gonna do it. I'm not gonna think." So I got a computer, and you're like, "Okay, cool. All right,
Yeah.
he's not playing the game."
Then Patrice steps up and just lights the crowd up.
Dude, my dad was 6'6", 200 and probably 50 pounds at the time.
Oh, he's a big boy.
Big. And he was, I could see tears rolling down his face from just howling at Patrice.
Dude, Patrice was so funny. It was remarkable his stand up.
Yeah.
It was ahead of his time.
He was funny in everything. Like even as an O&A fan, he was the guy that you looked at besides Norton. Norton has always been the honest kind of upfront guy, when it comes to his emotions and politics and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
He's upfront about it. Patrice was the
GOAT.
The greatest at being it. Okay, have you gotten to this yet?
Yeah.
This is one of my favorite bits they ever did. I'm going to censor it to one, save my ass, and two, the show's ass, by saying it was versus Nazi. And what they did is they took Patrice, dressed like Patrice. I think he had on like a sweatsuit or something at the time. And Anthony, who was a fan of the era, a Nazi helmet somebody sent him.
Oh, my God.
And they hailed taxis in New York City and saw how many taxis went to who. And I think it was a tie at one point, and it went to Anthony wearing the Nazi helmet.
Jesus, dude.
The walkover was so good. Like, the walkover was another thing, too. Like, people don't talk about how cool a walkover was. If you had, like, a Saturday or like or you were able to listen to the replay, or you even, like, could listen to it live because you're staying home sick from school or some shit, you listened to the walkover, which was them going from 92.3 where Howard was.
Yeah, they used to leave a studio, walk over to another studio, and they would fuck with people on the streets of New York.
Opie stepped on someone's cake. I earned that cake. Dude. Help yourselves. But it, and what was the other one? The fight with the Stern fan was on the walkover that cost, I think it was Ben Sparks' job. I love O&A. Like, that's one of my favorite topics. I'm a Compound Media subscriber. I don't care who fucking knows it. I don't care. Anthony makes me laugh. Okay.
So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
So being a stand-up comedian, and you're just saying you were in it for like 10 years. What was like a high of your 10 years of doing stand-up? What's a high of yours that you've had performing?
A high? I've had a few performances, like actual performances, sets that were.
It's a performance. That's fair to say.
I like the word set. It encapsulates what it is. You're just sitting there for a hot minute and then fucking going. You know?
Yeah.
I would say the biggest one was probably when I crushed at the Funny Stop for the first time.
Okay, and you were at the Funny Stop. How many people would you like?
I mean,
estimate.
It was Squire, so it was pretty.
Oh yeah,
It was pretty full.
Yeah.
And I went up. Cody Cooper was hosting. He was a staple of the scene for years. He did well. I go up. I do amazing. For me, I do amazing. I'm not saying like it was fucking Carlin at Carnegie Hall, but it was what it was. And even Squire came over to me and was like, I don't know what you did to be that funny. And just getting that compliment from Bill was like that
it's always
thing.
Nice.
And I'd been hoping for it at some point in my fucking life.
Yeah.
And it like got there. That was probably the biggest one. And then I've had a few sets at this place down the road called Paradise Island.
Yeah.
Where I owned
That's
that
in Euclid,
basement.
right?
Yeah. It's right over by the ice rink over there.
I didn't know that they did comedy there.
Used to. It was before the pandemic.
Man.
Yeah. Milton Wiley, who's actually in one of the videos in the opening of the show. Shout out to my boy Milton.
Yeah, big shout out Milton. I had a fun interview with him.
yeah, he used to run a show there at Paradise Island. We did it for years, like a couple years.
Speaking of, that's where I actually met you, was being in connection with Friends of Milton Wiley.
Yeah.
He put me on to some of my first, I think I did my first, like, it wasn't a paid gig, but I did get paid for performing through Milton Wiley the first time.
Nice. I like it.
And some of my best sets were, all of my best sets were at his shows.
Oh, yeah. Milton puts on some of the best shows in town. I would say if it's Squire, he knows how to put on a good show.
Yeah.
And, yeah, he's probably the top dog. Ramon Rivas can put together a fucking hell of a lineup. And then John Bruton, who's my boy. I love John. He's one of my favorite people in the world, honestly. Shout out to Make 'em Laugh Mondays, Kevin Ford, all those guys. But, yeah, man. And then Milton's in there.
I've been rocking a lot with the Secret Society crew.
Yeah.
I've had Brian Sternick on the show a few times.
I'm sorry.
He's done some he's done some sound bites with me and stuff. And I've worked with him on a lot of things. And I really like what they do when it comes to the comedy scene. They have several open mics that they allow everybody to come work out material at.
Yeah.
And then they put on showcases at these random places
Yeah.
all over the city. And they are great showcases.
Oh,
They
hell
bring
yeah.
in people from outside. They just recently had Jeremiah, what's his name? He used to be on Kill Tony.
Yeah.
They just had this guy out performing with them. They bring in people from all over the country, and I really like what the Secret Society crew does for the comedy scene of Cleveland.
Hornig, I got to tell you.
Hornig's great.
No, what I was about to say is Hornig is a fucking... And this is not a bad thing I'm about to say. I want everybody to know that as well.
Say it bad, good, whatever. You can say whatever.
Hornig is a fucking marketing genius.
Dude, isn't he?
He is a... I wish I had half the fucking... And sorry, I'm loud. I'm just loud in general.
You're good.
But it's blowing out your microphones. But
You're completely fine.
Hornig fucking works at that shit.
Dude.
I wish I had a third of the drive he does.
There's just something about that guy. He really goes for it.
He fucking rocks, man.
He's
he gets people to the shows.
Working.
Yeah, he gets people there. I did the Mayhall show like a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And it was fucking packed.
Is it Mayhalls or Mahals?
I say Mayhalls. You can
Everybody's
say it
like
at one way.
split on that.
I don't really give a fuck what you call it. I'm gonna call it Mayhalls.
I like going to Mahals. It's like a bowling alley, and then it's a bowling alley bar. It's got a venue for live performances on the side, and then they do a show where you go up these stairs, and there's like this random apartment thing where you go in there, and there's a live comedy show.
Ramon used to run
every
that
weekend.
room. Ramon Rivas used to run that for Accidental Comedy. That would be they didn't do it wasn't a secret show. I think it was just the Accidental Comedy show. They did that for years. I can't remember even how. I was first starting out when it was really popping.
This makes sense to me because I've actually seen Secret Society. They have adopted rooms, nonstop that like people abandon.
Yeah,
they take them over and they bring in people.
It's perfect for comedy.
They really are like. They find the places that they can adapt to.
Yeah.
That have already had the clientele in. Mm-hmm. There's already like a comedy scene there, and if somebody abandons the room, they'll just go in there and throw their name in it.
Yeah, Cleveland. That's the thing I love about this this scene. Like Vegas is a good scene. Pittsburgh has a great scene.
Yeah.
I love Cleveland's scene. It's. Not that not because I started here. It's more the fact that there is a bit of a familial thing where you can just pop in and pop out like a drunk cousin and fucking do shows, and it's a great community to be in. I love it.
The more that I've been studying comedy, I've been realizing that places like this, like if you come to Cleveland, if you're a comedian in some bumfuck city somewhere, if you come out to somewhere like Cleveland. There are mics for you to hit, and you could consistently hit them throughout the week, and it really is a place where you can you could grind the rust off of yourself and really start putting together something for you to go out and abroad with.
Yeah,
and not many places have that because I feel like for a new comedian that like I want to really chase my dream. If you go to LA, if you go to Austin, if you go to New York, you're going to fall on your face so hard and you're going to be stuck in a predicament. When you come to a place like Cleveland, there is a scene here, and you can work out your material and really figure out who you are behind that microphone.
Yeah, for sure. Cleveland, like it depends on the room, but like Cleveland has pretty much what any other city has, except for just that like Midwestern coldness.
Yes.
To the crowd at times.
Yes,
like
dude.
even if you're crushing, there could be times, and I've seen it with like really great comics where it's like
I've done it.
ha 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 ha, and then they just shut up,
Yep.
and you're just like, oh fuck, I gotta keep going. This is not good.
Dude, after my DUI, I took a break for like 6 months, maybe 7 months, and I go and I do a set, right? And I wrote brand new material because I had already performed. Actually, I might be a little above a year now that I think about it. I think I'm on 2 years.
Okay.
But this past year, I haven't been mobile, so I don't really count it because I haven't been performing this year that much. I probably have like 3 or 4 shows that I've done this year. Or even open mics. I count open mics as shows.
Yeah.
I showed up to the one with the brand new material, and I tried out this one new joke, and I fell so flat on my face that in front of everybody, I was like, well, I'm just going to go kill myself now. And the whole crowd was like, oh.
I've seen professional comics say that at fucking clubs, man. Don't worry.
It feels like that when you fall on your face with something that you really have a heart behind. Like, I really thought this joke was going to land so hard. And people just look at you like you're retarded.
I used to work at the Now Funny Bone. I was a doorman, and I was also a sound tech there.
Yeah.
I saw, and it was always around like Labor Day when fucking the rib burn off would be happening and everything. 50-seat room, guy, amazing fucking material, should be crushing it, and fucking titters. You're like, God damn it, this is a small 50 paper room out of a 300. Why are we doing this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen comics just like do that. Like I actually saw a comic do that once, where he was like, I'm gonna go out front and kill myself, and you're gonna have to walk over my body. Yeah, said it on stage.
It feels like that. It feels like that sometimes.
Oh man, I love comedy so much.
So Raymond, Hyclak.
Yes, sir.
Do you have anything coming up? Anything that people could come and possibly come and support, come and see new upcoming comics, see you do your showcases?
Yeah, I got Buck show at No Class in Cleveland Heights, or not Cleveland Heights, Lakewood, Cleveland. It's on like the border. It's a punk rock venue. Love that place. I've seen pro wrestling there a fuck ton. And then I'm doing Toad's Place the 15th of May.
Totes is one of the few that I've done this year.
Yeah.
I've done about like 4 shows. One of them was Totes.
I love Totes. It's such a good room. It's a fantastic room, man.
I don't like the wall separating the bar from the
love
show.
it because the people who are there for comedy, they're there for comedy. The people who want to come in from the bar, if they hear laughter or whatever, feel free. But
I don't like that. I like everybody to be subjected to these jokes.
Why would you want to hear Margaritaville played for the 18th time? Because I've had that happen to me at a few bar shows I've done.
Well, I like when they're like, no music for this next hour or two.
Yeah.
And you guys are just gonna be subject to these jokes.
Yeah, welcome to Thunderdome, motherfucker. Like, what do you want? But I love the separate room. I think it's great. That's it works. It helps the comedy.
Work. I hate it.
It's like going into a basement to do stand-up comedy. There's people above you that maybe you can hear their footsteps or dancing or whatever.
You know what it reminds me of? There's been moments where I performed music at the Agora.
Okay.
And the Agora has like 4 different venues in one building.
Yes, it does.
And you will be in the middle of your performance, and there's just shit going on all over around you, so nobody, like, people will pass by you.
Yeah.
And I don't like that. I think if you're having a showcase, you need to be highlighted. Whoever's performing in this place needs to be highlighted.
Okay, and the separate room helps you with that.
No, it doesn't.
Because, again, those people over there, they're not, as my buddy Terry once said, bro, they're not here for you. They're there to drink. All right, that's how it is. You got to look at it like
This
okay.
guy from New York, hey.
Oh no!
For you,
shout
buddy.
out to Terry McNeely. Go like his page
Hey,
now.
Terry.
I love Terry. He's such a cool guy. That's where the joke of where are my pants and why are they wet? Came from a night hanging out with Terry.
Oh no shit.
Oh yeah, I ended up when I tell the story on stage, you can see people not really like buying that this happened.
It is a funny joke.
And I fell on the tub of the comedy condo or the funny stop, drunk out of my mind at 2 a.m. and I wasn't able to get my fly down, and I just pissed all over my fucking pants, threw them in the goddamn tub, and then knocked on Terry's door with no pants on, a wet hoodie.
Yeah.
And a wet pair of and a wet shirt
You
on
just
the back.
performed in piss.
No, I was trying to find shorts so I could go to bed. Like I was gonna like wash up, do my whole thing, right? Because I was hammered, but I'm like, okay, I gotta get clean, and I'm like, and ended up just falling asleep in the shame burrito. Which is you take your shirt and put it over your knees because you're just like I don't care. Yeah, that was the night. It was a fun night with Terry. But and also I am gonna be performing. I'm trying to do a 4 show, an individual show. Bar show tour of Vegas. I've already got definitely one that I'm doing in September.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I just need to message the guy closer to the show for me to get on it.
Where can people follow you on social media?
At Ray Hyclak. Just all my first and last name shortened, obviously on the first name. Also go to
HYCLAC or CLAK.
Attaboy. A lot of people fuck it up, believe me. And it's fine when people do because it's been so long for it being a thing.
Yeah.
I've had teachers freeze. Like, I don't know how to say this. And you can see, like, the shame on their face. It was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun to have a name that people look at and go, I don't know how to pronounce this. Because you'd see just, like, steam coming out of their ears.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, bitch, I got you.
You'll be able to see the spelling of his name on the video wherever it's posted on all of the social medias and stuff.
Also, at Broplata, BROBROPLATA. Me and Tim Danko do an MMA-centric podcast.
That's the perfect segue because I wanted to talk to you about
this.
Yeah.
We actually just did a live stream for UFC 300. Ended up being our 300th episode.
Yeah.
So just like the planets aligned
That's
nice.
with.
It was fun.
That's a lot of episodes.
Dude, we've been doing it since the pandemic.
So you're really big into combat sports and stuff.
I've always been a combat sports fan ever since I was a little kid. The first fight that I can remember, I call them our daddy channel. The MMA holes recently had them on. Paul Spadafora, the Pittsburgh Kid, versus Angel Manfredi, I think. I think it was like the lightweight title on HBO was playing during a hockey tournament in Pittsburgh, and I watched it, and boxing's so much fun. I love kickboxing, jiu-jitsu, all that kind of stuff. Oh my, what's this?
So let me actually switch over so we could all see what I'm looking at right here. This is somebody I grew up 4 doors down from during my childhood in Toledo. This is Devin Vargas. The Vargas family grew up 4 doors down from me. Vargas, their whole family is boxers, right?
Okay.
So I grew up my entire young childhood from 1 year old all the way up until I was about 15. I grew up around. This man was my football coach when I was in elementary school.
Yeah, he looks like he could definitely get you guys to really scare you guys into doing a 2-point stance pretty well.
I knew him too well, and I was such a.
He gets in your face because he knows you a little bit more.
But Devin Vargas ended up fighting for the U.S. Olympic team, and he got the bronze. When he got to silver, he's a heavyweight boxer. That is, he actually is in the and like he did ESPN fights and all that stuff.
Okay.
Devin and his family was always close with me and my family.
Yeah.
He's been around me my whole life. I really got love for this dude. He really was my introduction to combat sports.
Okay.
I got to see all this throughout my life. We always followed Devin down the street.
Yeah.
So Devin was always around me. Now I have, let me show you this guy. There's big news coming out from where I grew up after I left the neighborhood with Devin Vargas. Jarrod Anderson.
I know the name.
Jarrod Anderson is a heavyweight boxer.
Yeah, I know the name.
He is 16, I believe. Hold on, let me look.
17 and 0. It looks
17 and 0, and he's got 15 knockouts.
Yeah.
Jarrod Anderson in August.
Show me a photo before you
let
close
me-
that window.
let me
Yeah.
go
Or yeah.
back to this.
Yeah.
Jarrod is coming up on a fight.
Yeah. That's the guy that's fighting Deontay Wilder, right?
He's about to fight Deontay Wilder.
Yeah.
Now this dude grew up 3 blocks from the neighborhood I moved
Really?
from out of there, and he's younger. He's like 24, but
Yeah.
when I moved to the super ghetto in Toledo, he was 3 blocks away,
Okay.
being a child in the boxing world.
Okay.
I grew up in Toledo, Ohio, and
Yeah.
it's a huge boxing
It
city.
is. You guys in Youngstown are like our 2 biggest
We love boxing.
boxing exports, especially with like Boom Boom Mancini
And
and
it is weird that like some of these
Pavlik.
guys, like a young guy like this dude, he's 24,
Yeah.
but he's keeping the boxing tradition alive.
Hey, man.
When MMA is controlling the globe with fight combat sports. And don't get me wrong, I love all this stuff, but when you get to see traditional, look at this dude's arms. This dude is such a powerhouse.
Oh, yeah.
And he's going up against one of the GOATs.
Here's the thing, though, for my, and I'm gonna because of the fact of what I do, Deontay Wilder. I will say this: one of the hardest punches I've ever seen in boxing in my life.
Yes.
I'm not comparing him to Tyson because that would be like comparing a
It's
lion and a
blasphemy.
puppy.
It's blasphemy.
Yeah. But like he has that that God touch power.
There's
if
that
he's
weird
on.
thing about his crazy right.
It's so good.
It's
dude.
crispy. If it lands,
His fight against Ortiz, where he completely shut Ortiz's lights off by just knuckle to forehead on that big Cuban, and it was fucking
and it lays
over.
him out. Now this is the thing. I was just debating this with somebody. One of my buddies at work.
Okay.
He was a Golden Gloves boxer.
Okay.
So he loves combat sports, and when I find somebody that loves combat sports, I like to discuss these things.
Mm-hmm.
Deontay Wilder has lost his touch. Ever since he got beat by the Gypsy King, it seems like he lost that touch. He doesn't have that fire behind him no more, and they're throwing him in into the den of wolves. And Jarrod Anderson happens to be one of these wolves because he has to fight in June before he fights in August with Jarrod.
I mean, the thing with Deontay, like I said, if he's not complaining about his pre-fight equipment,
his armor
being when that fucking excuse came out, I was like, "Are you
excuse.
fucking kidding?"
That's
And
the worst.
I am a die in the wool because of the story, like the backstory of Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
He is like my guy. I love him as a heavyweight.
Tyson Fury, the Gypsy King. Dude.
Oh, he's so good, man.
And then he starts singing after he beats the shit out of people, and dude, you gotta love him.
Well, I cried when he did American Pie. Like I watched that fight live, and I cried when he did it. I'm like, "Fuck yeah, baby!" Because he's one of those dudes. Because like when I heard the whole mental illness
I just
thing,
don't like that he stripped America of the title. That's the only thing I don't like about him.
I mean, whatever, it happens. At least it's on the proper person, you know.
And they were talking to Jarrod in his last couple of fights when they interview him after he gets these big wins with really he's fighting bums. Now he's going against Deontay Wilder, the former heavyweight champion of the entire planet.
I mean, he's got a big test ahead of him.
This is a huge fight.
I mean, that smile, I love it, but I mean,
Cutie smile.
Deontay Wilder right hand across that goatee,
It's
it
gonna
could
be
happen.
a bad time.
No offense, bud. No offense.
But Jarrod Anderson is also he's a mobile heavyweight.
Yeah,
He
okay.
weighs 235. He's 6'4", and he's very mobile. He moves like
I'll have to watch some stuff. I'll admit, I know about Deontay. I don't know about this kid at all.
Hold on, let me. I can pull up highlights on
All
this.
right, yeah. If you want to pull up highlights, let's see him.
Let's see.
But yeah, I mean, if Deontay didn't Deontay, hold on, let me see something. I'm gonna go to Tapology here. I'm gonna check something out here. But yeah, I thought Deontay actually won his last fight.
He did.
Yeah, I was about to say like,
but it was against a bum because he got beat up by
Okay, I mean,
tune-up
fight.
Anderson is making his pro.
Now I'm gonna mute this. So
Yeah, we don't want to
watch.
get a DCMA or whatever it is.
This is a highlight reel of his first 14.
Okay. I will say this: one of the scariest guys. Oh, here we go.
Look at this kid.
Good
Dude,
jab. Yeah.
His that's what really gets him. He opens you up with a jab.
Nice.
And then he just crushes you.
Yeah.
He just walks people down.
Oh, boy, fell.
You don't get to see this too often
He's
anymore
peeing
in
himself.
boxing.
He's peeing himself right there.
He scares everyone, and people don't want to take the fight. That's why I think Deontay Wilder took the fight, because he's scaring everyone.
Oh.
And he said, I'm not scared of this kid.
He's a fan of that liver shot. Yeah,
Yes.
he is.
He hits you in the body.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's a fan.
He's gonna walk you down, and he's just gonna walk you down and beat the
Big
shit out of
baby.
you.
Okay. All right. Yeah, but again, will
He's
you be
a
able
young
to?
kid.
Will you be able to do that to a guy who did go up against the biggest bully in the yard?
Okay,
I mean,
so before Jarrod Anderson's last fight,
nice.
he got humbled.
That's straight. That's straight. Ooh,
It's beautiful.
yeah.
It's beautiful.
Oh,
A walk off. He said, "Call me." Look at it. He put his glove.
he's
up to
so
his head. He said,
pretty.
"Call me."
Oh, yeah.
He's
He loves
crispy.
body work, man. Yeah, he
He's
loves
crispy.
body work.
He knows how to find you. He's been working on it since he was a little kid. He's like he's got the Floyd Mayweather thing, where he's been boxing since he was like 5 years old.
Hey, that's how you get those absolute animals.
Yeah, it
is that way to do it.
He was bred for this. He was bred for it. It's almost like he had a lot of comparisons.
Those tattoos tell stories, my friend.
Yes, they do. He comes from like strong gangbanging stuff. Look,
he's wearing the fucking Toledo walleyes on his thing. I love it.
Dude, he kicked his dirt up on that guy's face. That is disrespectful.
Smart marketing, by the way. Shout out to the Toledo
Very.
fucking walleye.
Yeah.
But great. Oh yes, University of Toledo jersey.
He stays rapping his shit. He loves his city.
It looks like it, man.
Now, he gets humbled later on in his career. I think it was in fight 14. It's not this guy. This guy gets beat the fuck up. Bad.
Yeah.
His straights are nasty.
This looks like Pandemic. Yeah, that's Pandemic era fighting.
Yeah, dude.
When it was on like for free on ESPN. Yeah, when they'd have big fights. That was the
And
Lomachenko.
nobody in the crowd.
Yeah, the Lomachenko versus fuck. I can't remember the dude.
The big Loma fight.
Where he lost. Yeah, I watched that fight live.
Let me pause this real quick. What do you think about Loma and Triple G?
I mean, okay.
They've been calling for that forever, and it never got to happen.
It's like Joshua versus Fury. It's just you have to resign yourself.
Yeah.
You have to resign yourself completely of the fact or notion that it may happen. Like
then also the ginger from Mexico. What's his name?
Oh, Canelo. He's fighting this weekend.
Canelo. Why is he avoiding Triple G also?
Didn't they fight?
I don't think they fought.
Yeah, Triple G and him fought, I thought.
I don't think they fought.
Or am I? I'm pretty sure they fought. Go to Tapology. Type in Canelo Alvarez. Tapology. Yeah. Boom. There we are. Canelo Triple G fight. How Canelo Alvarez beat Triple G in the third fight. Yeah, they had a trilogy years ago.
Oh, I guess they did.
Yeah, I was about to say they fought. Yeah, Gennady Golovkin right there versus Canelo Alvarez. Yeah, I knew it. Yeah, because that was like the big thing in boxing back then was them doing that trilogy, which I forget who won. I'm not gonna lie, but I remember pay-per-views constantly advertised Canelo versus Triple G this Saturday at the MGM Grand Garden Arena.
Saturday.
Ticket or buy your pay-per-view now. Get 15% off if you use Ducati. Or Takati. Yeah.
No, I've had my eyes on Jarrod Anderson since he started making a name for himself. He is a heavyweight that is somebody to keep your eye out on.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people, I don't like that he's in Top Rank still. I think until once he does the fight with what's his fuck freaking shit. Once he gets his fight with the Bronze Bomber, he is going to move out of Top Rank, I believe, and be in a whole different atmosphere of fighting.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, though. You're going up against a guy with just ever-loving power.
Accolades.
And a guy,
super accolades.
And a guy who has been knocked out twice by probably the greatest of his era.
Yeah.
Tyson Fury.
Yeah,
I mean,
Tyson Fury is our Muhammad Ali. I mean, he is the greatest.
He's
of
up
this
there.
generation.
Yeah, he's like a John L. Sullivan kind of character.
Yeah.
Which I kind of hope, to be honest with you, just one time. Conor McGregor now owns BKFC, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship.
Yeah.
Or a part of it. And wouldn't it be awesome? Tyson Fury retires from boxing and then goes for the Police Gazette Heavyweight Championship of the world. And for people that don't know what the Police Gazette Championship is, it's before the alphabet belts and before like any kind of world champion in gloved boxing.
Yeah.
You had the Police Gazette was like the standard for bare knuckle boxing. Like they chose who the number one contender was, all that kind of stuff.
Right.
And there's a legitimate, it's awesome, this fucking yellow belt, and it
but
says
like
Police Gazette.
Bare Knuckle is like I know he's hinted towards it because that's a part of his heritage. All of them people out there in the UK and Europe,
God.
that's their thing.
He becomes a bare knuckle world champion. He's the greatest fighter to ever live. He beats Stipe, in my opinion.
But it's bad. It's a bad idea to do that. From a health,
Is it though?
From a health standpoint,
Is it though?
dude, boxing with gloves leaves people retarded.
Yeah, but is it though for Fury? His head movement is so fucking good, and his judgment of range.
Not that good to get clocked with bare knuckle.
It would be funny to just watch him get put on his ass from a bare knuckle shot. But like, I could see Tyson doing it for like a shits and giggles.
I mean, it's just like what we were just saying. The Bronze Bomber put him on his back. He died for a moment and then rose from the dead. Imagine that being bare knuckle. He would have not gotten up.
I don't know, dude.
I don't think he would have gotten up from a bare knuckle hit like that.
I don't know. We'd have to see. That's the thing. I don't really make like a because Tyson has been gloved his entire life. Who knows?
And even because
I mean, go back even look at like the Otto Wallen fight.
But because these guys have been gloved, but they've been fighting for so long.
Yeah.
Their hands get wrecked over all this time.
Yeah.
It's just like Floyd Mayweather. His hands are useless, dude. He doesn't have knockout power no more because of his broken hands.
There's a fight on YouTube of a guy who used to be known as Crazy Horse, but his
a good a good indigenous American name.
Charles Bennett.
Crazy Horse is an Indian.
Well, no, he was just a dreaded black dude, but changed his name to Felony because he went to jail. He was big for King of the Cage back in the day. You would always have advertised Charles Crazy Horse Bennett.
Dude.
And he ended up doing bare knuckle, and he was pretty good at it.
Yeah.
But he broke his hand one time. And, like, there was such an aura around Felony to begin with.
Yeah.
That when you watched him just like, and he's, like, grabbing his hands and, like, fuck.
Yeah.
And he, like, rolls out of the ring and you just see him, like, grabbing his hands and shit. You're like, oh, fuck, he is human.
It's horrible. So I wanted to ask you about this one last fight before we...
Yeah.
I'm gonna break down a little bit about Bro Plata with you and your other host on your show.
Yeah.
I want to ask you about this fight, though.
Okay.
What did you think about Max Holloway and Justin Gage? Combination right here. And just for everybody's watched this fight. So Max Holloway is up. He's up. He's already up. and he tells Justin Gaethje, step in the middle of the ring for
Yeah.
this last 10 seconds.
He's done it before.
I watched interviews with him afterwards, and he said, that was my plan the entire fight, leading up to the fight. That was going to happen either way. And I made it happen. I told him to step in the middle of the ring, and you can't say that to Justin Gaethje because he's going to show up.
Oh, and he did. But here's the thing. Max had been fucking owning him. Like,
And you could see it on Justin. Justin
I think it was
like
the fourth
waiting.
round. If I remember correctly, it was the fourth round that I would have given to Gaethje. Everything else was all Holloway. And then for Rogan said it during this replay where he's like, a fight he is winning.
He won. He already won.
Decision. He is the new BMF champion.
Guaranteed. He said, nope, let's fight it to the very end.
And
Let's
he
actually end it.
Steals the soul.
Now, check
Of
this
Justin
out.
Gaethje.
This is the word that was going on about UFC 300. UFC 300 is the first time that Dana White said, for finishes of this pay-per-view, you're getting huge bonus checks.
300K, yeah.
300K for UFC 300.
Yes. I don't think they're ever going to do that again.
No, but do you see what that did?
I mean, it made it fun.
Max Holloway likes to say, he's like, oh, I was paying this the whole time. But when you have 300K on the line, you're begging to get that finish.
See, here's the thing, though. Max is one of those fighters.
He's a wild one.
He's one of those guys where no matter what kind of money's on the line,
he's throwing it all out there.
He's gonna be that fucking just
He's fighting till he's
hard-headed Samoan kid that he is. You know, like I love Max Holloway. He's one
Me
of my,
too.
He's on my bucket list.
He always puts on gory fights.
He does, but he's on my bucket list to see live. I've seen a lot of the modern day champions live.
Yeah.
I was at 203 when Stipe took on Alistair Overeem at the Quicken or the Romo Fijo. I was there for that pay-per-view.
No way, dude.
I spent $200 just for one ticket. It was mine. And I watched Stipe Miocic defend the fucking UFC heavyweight championship.
What time was that? Because I know he defended it
like
3
midnight.
or 4 times.
That was the first one, the first defense.
No
when
shit,
they announced it during the Cavs playoff run in
Wow.
2016.
Unbelievable.
Me and the guy, my buddies, we were like, hell yeah, dude. It's
Hometown hero.
First UFC pay-per-view. We've been talking about this for fucking years. Just going to a UFC event. I actually lived my biggest dream as a combat sports fan last year before my fucking OVI, which was I got to see a fight in Vegas, like actual pay-per-view in Vegas.
Yeah.
But UFC 203 is that special one for me because it was the first time, and again, I didn't have to fly. I didn't have to do shit. I just had to go downtown at the Quicken Loans Arena at the time to look at the octagon and have Bruce fucking Buffer in Cleveland, Ohio.
Wearing the craziest suit.
Oh, his fucking suit game is...
It's unbelievable.
It's the greatest thing. His best one to me was the shark skin suit at UFC 210. Because I was there.
His suit game is crazy.
I met him at UFC 210. And he was just wearing this awesome blue sharkskin suit, came right over, took photos with us. That was also the weekend I met Dana White.
Yeah.
Which fucking wild still to this day that I met Scrooge McDuck. Like I'll
Yeah.
never understand how the fuck that happened. But
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
So when it comes to Stipe, he was supposed to fight Johnny Bones Jones.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna get into this. All right, we've talked about it on the show.
We gotta get into it. So Johnny Bones Jones,
okay,
I think is really the GOAT. I've always said that ever since he started. He's the GOAT. He was supposed to fight Stipe. Something happened throughout the Discord of them setting up their fight.
I know.
And it didn't happen yet. But it still may because Stipe is training still. He is still in the middle of being ready for whatever call he may get. I have been telling people, and I hate to say it because that's my hometown hero, I love Stipe.
Okay.
I do think he's taken a huge L. That's going to be a big, major L
Sure.
for Stipe.
Sure. But here's the thing. The fact that he is training is very, very good. One of the most powerful guys punching wise in the UFC besides Francis Ngannou. Not really liked by the UFC brass at all.
No, because he doesn't pander.
Yeah, but it's also sometimes as a promotion, and I'm going to say this, and this will probably never get to Dana, but you fucked up big time not putting the fucking advertising behind Stipe that you did. Like, it pisses me off.
That's not on Dana. That's on Stipe, not...
No, that's on Dana.
Stipe is not about the bullshit, so he's not trying to say or slander people he doesn't know.
Well, no, you couldn't. No.
The
There's
people that
a
get
way
blown
to
up are
market.
the shit talkers.
Well,
shit talkers get blown up for Dana, and then Dana will put it behind
Here's the thing.
Stipe don't do that.
I'm aware, but this is... we've talked about this on Bro
Just like
Plotter.
John Jones. John Jones, he'll jump up there and be like, "I'm about to down this person."
Yeah, I saw.
And then you get hype behind it, and that's what sells tickets.
When he did his little interview with Rogan at 285's weigh-in that I was at. You
were there.
Yeah. We went to me and Tim Danko last year. We got drunk one night on the live stream. And we had gone to UFC Columbus, which was Curtis Blades versus Kyle Dawkins. Curtis Blades ended up getting the second round knockout. He got a knockout though.
Okay.
But Matt Brown versus Brian Barberena, which was a fucking
slobber knocker,
absolute war. It was beautiful. It was one of the best fights I've seen ever, like live. That's including some fucking lower level MMA fights that I've seen in like Indiana and Ohio.
Yeah.
But we got drunk one night on the live stream. We're like, fuck it, let's go to Vegas. And because Tim had never been to Vegas. I have. This September is going to be my fourth time. No. Yeah, fourth time going
I'll
to Vegas.
second him. I've never been there.
It's fun. The comedy scene, like I said, is fucking great. And
Pauly Shore's new club is there.
Yeah, and also Kimmel's club's out there. And,
Jimmy Kimmel?
Yeah, Kimmel has a club out there because he's from Vegas.
Yeah.
And Brad Robert from fucking Everybody Loves Raymond. Hello, Raymond, that guy. Fuck. I've never met him, but I feel bad that I forget his name.
Closing statement on Stipe and John Bones Jones.
But here's the thing. You can't really compare them because of the fact that, to me, no matter what anybody says, Stipe Miocic may not be the best fighter of all time.
And he's aging out.
But he is still the greatest heavyweight
in history. He
defended the belt multiple times.
Way more than multiple. He defended it more than anybody else.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. He's a 5-time winner of that bitch, and he deserved it. Every single fucking victory, knocking out Junior Dos Santos after a loaded up Junior Dos Santos, by the way. Before, when they had that first fight, when Dos Santos was probably still on the fucking gas, but just downed him. Fuck all those fights, and
who do you got?
I'm gonna pick Stipe all day.
Dude, you can't pick Stipe in that.
He is too fit. In the words of the great Brad Ellsworth in the WWE, if you have two fists, you have a fighting chance. And Stipe can box. So as long as he's able to like go against John Jones, because also he's a D2 wrestler. Nobody talks about that.
Yeah.
So he at least has a background in wrestling besides the Golden Glove boxing championship he has. But John Jones is the greatest fighter of all time. I will give John Jones that. He will never be the greatest heavyweight of all time, in my opinion. It's Stipe, because I'm a homer, and UFC dropped the ball massively by not marketing him as a firefighter. Massively.
I'll give you that one.
Like, if they would have
didn't
done-
market them too much on the firefighter side of things.
Tim on our show brings up a good point about that, which is it's because they didn't want them to like think that the UFC guys were like had day jobs. Stipe just had a day job to have a day job. Like, it's
he did
true.
though, and that's where he like he could get his workout
Make
on.
him a blue
and
collar dude, man.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean
yeah.
it's a superhero thing.
Exactly, a blue collar hero for every fucking person to look up to. That's what they should have marketed him as, and he would have made a lot of money off of that. Because he just go to fucking, you have him go to junkets and shit, wearing the belt. People will fucking lose their minds.
With that being said, check out Raymond Hyclak all over social media. Find him. You can see the spelling of his name, Hyclak. Raymond Hyclak. You can find him all over on the Bro Plata podcast on YouTube, and I'm assuming other platforms, right?
Yeah, also I have a gaming channel called Scally Bandit. It's because I wear a scally cap. I
You
play
fucking
like
scallywag.
that's what I call people that follow me. But yeah, I play like Fortnite and all that shit. So I do rocket racing a lot and Rocket League soccer. So
That's a big thing now. I've been seeing a lot of my friends play Rocket League. But we'll be back after this quick break, and we'll see you soon.
Is your son now at the age where he's curious about the human body? I guess you'll have to hide it somewhere else now. We'll be right back.
But you know what I do have for us right now that we could do? Usually I start off the show and I interview my guest. But before we kick off the interview, and I'm not going to force you into this, but Jarrod, you are forced into this.
What are we doing?
So I found
That's a little
this
gay.
on...
Yeah. That's how most of my nights go, so I wasn't shocked. I'm sorry. You were not.
I'm like, that was a little gay. Like, ma'am, no, but
Yeah.
sir.
Right.
I'm always forcing boys into stuff. I found on TikTok and Amazon the world's most sour candy.
That's
The
not
world's most sour.
The world's
No,
most
what is
sour
it? She
candy.
said that ain't it.
That ain't-
You doing it?
And let's see. Do you want to do it?
You
I'm
want
gonna
to
see
do
what
it?
y'all do first.
That's
Come
not
on, you
fair.
can't do that. We all have to react at the same time.
No, we don't.
Yeah, we
That's
do.
how it works culturally.
It ain't gonna be shit.
What do you mean culturally?
No, statistics. Like, y'all haven't looked. Statistically, it's been proven that black people watch white people do shit first, and then we decide.
No, I know that's statistically true because it is always white people doing some dumb shit for
So,
real.
I gotta follow the rules.
Your hands are tied on this one. I understand.
I mean, if you force me, you saying the N-word. Like, I'm just saying.
Damn. I don't know if I can sign that contract.
Right.
So I'm going to take one here, and now I'm about to pass one to Jarrod.
All right. It's
Watch
gonna
the
be really
cord.
that sour.
It's supposed to be. And then I'll leave the bag right here.
Oh,
Just
I
in
can
case.
tell it's sour because like how like crusty it is.
Crusty
how
and
it works?
dusty.
Yeah, like all that sugar on the outside.
okay.
That's all. Yeah, crusty like that too. But
I'm like, if I touch
also,
some crusty balls.
I mean, you probably have. I'm
Ulysses
sure.
is familiar with the crusty
I
balls.
think everyone in here has touched some
I
crusty
have
balls
been
once in a
delivered.
while.
Oh, no. The Lord is my shepherd. He know what I want.
Well, do that man a solid and put them blue balls in your mouth.
Oh, my God.
Right.
They
I
are
was thinking
blue
that the whole
balls.
time too.
We're going to pop them balls in our mouths.
All right, let's
Two.
get these balls in our mouths.
2.5. 2 3/4. 3.
Not yet.
All right. It's starting to get me. All right. It's like a warhead.
Yeah. Like a warhead, it is a little more intense.
My eyes are watering.
Like, yeah.
346 minutes later.
I ain't gonna lie, I was chickening out on the show. I wasn't gonna do it, but here you go. And this blue is my favorite color. Huh.
It's a nice little hit.
That's sour.
Guardian Roadside Solutions is ready to help with your roadside emergencies serving the greater Cleveland area. They have the knowledge and experience to get you back on the move quickly with staff available 24/7 to help with flat tires, tire damage, changes, fuel delivery, vehicle lockouts, dead battery, or new battery installs. If you find yourself or someone you know in this situation, call a Guardian at 440-833-6000.
I finished my cigarette as we head out from the bar. I count the number of mistakes made by my scars. Last leaf falls and no one notices. Fleeting love dies with the lotuses. I tend to get so homesick that it hurts. Yeah, I love this place, but it's the fucking worst. If home is where the heart is, then this home needs some repairs. Rip the walls and strip the floors completely bare. Because people are piranhas. We fiend for flesh and hearts. When someone sinks their teeth deep inside of you, they'll tear you apart. It's sink or swim, so do your best to stay afloat. Cling to your dreams, hold on to your hope. Because people are piranhas, we fiend for flesh and hearts. When someone sinks their teeth deep inside of you, they'll tear you apart.
Are you looking for a place to have custom t-shirts made for your business? Well, we have the place for you. Flathouse Press works with 100% eco-friendly material for all of you conscious folks. They can also put out orders in a fraction of the time large-scale competitors can. They are a fun, locally grown Cleveland original company. Go to flathousepress.com and check out the variety of party toys, headbands, and clothing in their catalog.
And although there might be a finite, crazy chicks like sticking hangers in their fucking vaginas, ripping 9 months old out of them, but that's not gonna happen on a huge scale.
You can't use a hanger for a 9-month-old.
Come on, dude, you can use a hanger for anything. You can use my fist on a 9-month-old. Like, right? You could probably kill a 9-month-old pretty fucking easy. To tell you the truth.
Like Freddie got fingered, you pull it out, swing it by the umbilical.
Right. Not that we're condoning killing babies.
Oh shit! Yeah, NoOutletLive does not support killing babies. Would you be comfortable? with like going out with your armless girlfriend? She's at like the fancy restaurant eating with her feet.
Me, because I don't care. I would be. I think I'd be good with that.
I think I would.
Like you can have no arms, just have a, you know.
This chick's hotter than most regular models. I would say. I mean, she has that different look. She's hot.
No lie, she's cute chick, but without arms though.
Does that
like you're giving up hand jobs? Like keep that in mind.
Foot jobs are there.
Okay,
and they're probably better.
Foot jobs never really did it for me though, so
maybe hers are really good.
They have to be, you know. She's compensating.
No, the top game is crazy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's like a T-Rex getting it.
Oh, sorry. Did we keep you waiting like the bartender when you want to close your tab? Well, welcome back to No Outlet Live.
Welcome back. It's No Outlet Live. You could always call or text the show at 216-647-0064. You can find our broadcast everywhere. Live, we are on YouTube, but everywhere else, you can find the show on Spotify, Apple, everywhere. I mean, everywhere you look for podcasts or you listen or you consume, you will find the show. The show is also on Facebook. You can find us No Outlet Live. I am joined by our boy, Raymond Hyclak.
Hi, everybody.
So we were talking about fights just before, but there's a different kind of fight going on right now that I covered last week, and I want to pick your brain about it if you know anything about the fight of hip-hop.
Oh, no.
Are you aware?
Is it the Kendrick thing?
Kendrick
and Drake? I mean... Man,
you don't follow too much.
Here's the thing. I like Kendrick Lamar a lot.
I love Kendrick.
Yeah.
I'm also a fan of Drake.
Yeah. With Drake, though, I mean, I was in a weird space around the time when Drake started getting, like, hot.
Yeah.
I was still, like, a metal and, like, deathcore, all the, like, hardcore shit. And, like, really great thrash punk and, like, the punk genre in general.
I'm actually the opposite. So I grew up...
But here's my thing. I dated a lot of broads who enjoyed Drake. So I did hear a lot of it. Yeah.
Drake.
And, I mean, it was okay. I like Kendrick more. So
Kendrick is a very thoughtful hip-hop artist.
He's awesome. Like, even that Super Bowl performance he did with...
Amazing. He had the best performance out of all of them guys in Interscope.
Oh, God, yeah. Especially on, like, the dancers he had with them. It was
the choreography, everything was great.
It was dope. I loved it.
So check this out. For years, these two have been sending subliminal messages to each other for 10 years. These guys have been doing this back and forth. Recently, Kendrick put out, he featured on a song with some new rappers, and he really comes at Drake. He really says some things about Drake and J. Cole.
Okay.
J. Cole says some things back to him, and then does a performance that says, it's not in my spirit to be in the beef culture. I don't want no problems with Kendrick because I'm actually friends with them. We're all good. I had to retaliate because I'm a hip-hop guy. That's hip-hop culture.
Yeah.
Drake didn't take it that good.
Oh, God.
Drake said, no, I'm the greatest fucking rapper ever.
Let's not go that far.
Well,
not even close. T-Pain is above fucking Drake in my world. Like
I can't say that. I can't say that.
I love me some T-Pain.
I'm an objective listener. I'm a big fan of Drake. I like his projects. I like the things that he's done. I love a lot of Drake projects.
Yeah.
No matter whether he has like people helping him write his songs or whatever, that happens in the music industry when you're in the big leagues. So these two have been having a tiff back and forth. Kendrick puts a line in his diss track that he released over this weekend.
Yeah.
Kendrick has been releasing stuff about Drake.
I saw a lot of my friends on Facebook and Twitter like doing commentary while listening to the diss track, so I feel like I've listened to it already.
It's a popular thing right now is to do like they'll listen to the song and then give your
Just post immediately to
your
Facebook.
analysis of whatever's going on. But this is really funny. So Kendrick points out a Chinese restaurant in Toronto, Canada, where Drake grew up.
Okay.
And he says that he's like, I'll show up there, get a fried rice and a dip sauce, and I'll show up with a gun. And he's like, I'll be there waiting for you.
Oh, boy.
Check this shit out, dude.
Oh, no. Oh,
It's
boy.
been an over a decade-long feud, and now a new Kendrick Lamar diss record targeting Toronto's own Drake has one local Chinese restaurant caught in the middle, but in a good way. New Ho King on Spadina
That's
was
awesome.
mentioned in the song Euphoria, and now the owner says they have since been showered with 5-star reviews.
Nice. How much you want to bet he had to convince his old Chinese parents to fucking let him, like,
dude,
what is this Drake you speak of, young man?
Drake?
I'll let you do that. Yeah.
His phone has been blowing up with messages.
You bring great honor.
Drake brings great honor to the family.
Oh, God.
Oh, look at that. That's your son. I said, yes. And I said, oh.
That's awesome,
look
though.
At that. Look at the song.
Good for them.
I don't know if I can play that.
No, that's that's one of those DCMAs or whatever.
I'll be a New Hall King in fried rice with a dip sauce and a blammy, Crody. He said, good food and might be the fried rice.
He said good food and the fried rice.
My God. Could they have... I pause this real quick, because this brings me to one of my favorite things. And it's been pointed out by O&A a bunch of times.
Yeah.
And all this stuff. I think they do this shit on purpose.
They do.
I really, like... You can't find the biggest stereotype in the room. Like, get a white dude, get a black dude. Like, get some.
Are you trying to say right now that this Chinese guy with the Chinese?
Oh, she picked him out of the fucking lineup so fast. She was like, "This is perfect," and that's it.
No. He's the owner of the restaurant.
Oh, okay.
Of New Ho King.
Oh, I thought it was just like a patron. I didn't know he was the owner.
No, that's the owner of New Ho King.
Oh, okay. Well, then never mind. I'm high and I forget things.
They really love our fried rice.
Hey, man, that's another thing I love about culture in general.
Yeah.
Is like where we're at, where like rappers are now selling fried rice,
dude.
Like it's
unintentionally,
like this whole influencer like culture that we've gotten into, like as a society, to see that like a Chinese restaurant
in Canada,
in Toronto,
Canada,
there's better things to eat. I don't know if Gretzky's is still open, but there's that. I've been to Gretzky's in Toronto, but like,
what do they serve there?
It's like burgers and shit. It's like
really?
It's like a restaurant. It's like it's like
a white guy food spot.
Yeah, Charles Woodson of the Steelers had, and now Jerome Bettis has like the exact same spot.
No, dude.
It's in between PNC Park and fucking Heinz Field. They have
get the fuck out of here.
Bettis has a restaurant over there.
Really?
Right next to
Jerome Bettis was the man.
He was, dude. Hi, kitty. It's like Bettis's. I think it's called Bettis 36 or
it's
something.
It's like a good burger spot.
It's like
PA.
a steakhouse. Yeah, I think.
Oh, it's a steakhouse.
Yeah, the burger place was Woodson's. Like that was Woodson's right by.
Does he have like a dubbed steakhouse? steak for himself, like the
I've
bus.
never eaten
the
there,
bus steak.
but I've been inside the place. It was fucking fancy.
Really?
Way too fancy for our when me and my dad and my brother walked in.
Yo, I was like, oh, this is too much.
We're in pirates gear. Fucking yeah, we're looking for a place to eat. It was like fuck. That's before they put all the shit in that they have now downtown. So I'm a Pirates fan. So
I gotta tell you, since we're on the conversation of like local celebrities doing restaurants and stuff, who's that guy? Oh, the famous Cleveland Brown that has restaurants and he does commercials all over the city.
Oh, Bubba's Barbecue?
No.
Oh, because that closed.
No. Shit.
Kozar?
Kozar.
Oh, Kozar Steakhouse?
Bernie Kozar has a steakhouse in the MGM Casino.
I know.
Trash. Don't go there. Don't spend your money there.
I mean, I have a different experience, but my food was basically free because I was a degenerate gambler.
It was trash.
At the time, I was 23 and I had $80 in food credit.
How old are you now?
35.
Oh, so that was the decade
I was
ago.
like 20. No, hold on. I was
10 years ago.
25. I was 25. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a decade ago.
Still.
Dude, Bernie Kozar, don't go to the MGM and go to Bernie Kozar's restaurant.
Oh, God.
I'm saying it here live. You can hear it from me here first. Actually,
backing out.
Look, let me go into my personal video. Do not go to Bernie Kozar's restaurant because it is trash and his food is terrible. Fuck Bernie Kozar and that trash ass food.
All right, whatever.
We don't have a celebrity out here giving good food. Oh shit! Hold on.
Oh man,
I saw Jarrod Anderson. Where's my video? Oh,
there
okay.
it is.
Here we are.
Yeah, I want to see a little bit more of this.
Establishment have been soaring with positive feedback.
Good.
With most mentioning the song and their now famous dish.
That's awesome. Good.
K-Dot said it has some fire rice.
Hey.
Yep, I see that. Kendrick's a good guy. Oh my God.
Kendrick's a good guy.
I'm able to buy season tickets to the Raptors now.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, that would be fucking hilarious.
I own a bunch of Raptors gear, and because of like this whole beef, and I'm a big hip hop head.
Yeah.
I love like metal music too. I'm big into like music. I love music. I play guitar. I play piano.
Yeah.
I do all of that stuff. But when it comes to hip hop, it touches me and it hits my soul.
No, I get you.
In a different place. And when I see these two beefing, it has like this resonance of Tupac and Biggie, Nas and Jay-Z. It has Eminem and Benzino. It has 50 Cent and Ja Rule. All these things come into play with it.
Okay.
And these guys are this generation's era of this thing. And to see Kendrick point out somewhere in Toronto and be like, I'm going to show up in this restaurant and I'm going to show up with a gun and I'm about to be eating some fried rice with the dip sauce and some egg rolls and some of this good egg foo young. And dude's like, I'm eating off of this. Great. You gave me so much business.
Oh, yeah.
It's a beautiful thing.
He'll move out to like the eastern suburbs of Toronto now. He'll get out of wherever he's at in the city and
his
fucking
parents' basement.
Dude, yeah.
Try the fried rice.
Look at that fried rice.
It looks yummy.
Oh,
I love that shit, dude.
Kendrick Lamar, you gotta pay respect to K-Dot, man.
Oh God. He looks like a stand-in for fucking whoever plays Liu Kang in Mortal Kombat.
Yes, he does.
Like, he looked like a K-pop boy band member.
He does
like,
look
what
like
the
a Liu Kang.
fuck?
But without further ado, let's jump into some news stories.
All right, let's do it.
No Outlet News.
All right, so first thing we have in the news for this week, it is 5/3/2024.
Ooh.
Wisconsin elementary school teacher, 24 years old, busted for making out with a 5th grader 3 months before her wedding.
Sweet Jesus.
Dude.
5th grader? You couldn't wait until he was 16, you fucking creep.
This is via the New York Post. Let me pull up this video and we can just hear it from New York Post themselves.
Yeah, she's getting at least 10 years.
Okay, so
She's not cute enough to get a slap on the wrist.
That wasn't a news story about it. Let me read this out to you.
Yeah.
A 24-year-old Wisconsin elementary school teacher was arrested Wednesday for allegedly making out with her 5th grade student. That's an 11-year-old boy. The victim's parents allegedly found texts between the pair, and the boy's father then stormed into Rivercrest Elementary with printouts of the conversations. Oh, hold on. This looks like a video.
Tonight, a Hudson Elementary School teacher is charged with child sexual assault, accused of having inappropriate contact with a 5th grade student. Yesterday, police were called to Rivercrest Elementary School, where they arrested 24-year-old Madison Bergman. Investigators say the school contacted them after the father of a 5th grade boy brought the alleged misbehavior to the school's attention. While at the school, police were shown screenshots of text messages between Bergman and the student. Investigators also found notes that the two had written to each other. While police interviewed the victim, he admitted that they had kissed. Bergman is on administrative leave and is barred from contacting students, staff, or parents. Tonight, a Hudson Elementary School.
Oh, hold on. I gotta say this now, that I've been covering news for about 2-3 years now on this show, and I recently have been seeing an uptick of stories like this.
Oh no, it's been a deluge for the past.
Why are the girls starting to act out in this weird perversion? You don't usually see this. The story used to be that the male teacher, dude.
Yeah, the coin's definitely flipped over the last probably about 8 years.
Flipped. And now it seems like women are predators. And it's weird that all this is happening during like the transgender movement.
Oh, I'm not even touching that one.
The transgender movement, all these things are happening right now, but we're seeing women be predators for the first time way more often.
Well, I mean, the thing with it's also, the culture it is the culture we live in. Like, I'm part of that problem. I am somebody who loves me some porn and fucking shit like that.
Yeah, dude.
But like,
that's my favorite porn.
But like, and it's actually kind of funny. I've been looking at her face the whole time, and I'm like trying to play a game called Guilty Not Guilty.
If I'm a 5th grader and she wants to make out with me, I'm making out with her.
No,
I am.
No, not me.
In 5th grade?
Nah, not even in 5th grade.
11 years old. 11 years old, Raymond Hyclak.
Yeah, not even then.
You're making out with
I've had
her.
hotter teachers than her.
I didn't.
Oh, dude.
I had terrible teachers.
My 6th grade English teacher.
You grew up in Menor, dude.
No, well, I went to Willowick for elementary school. I lived in Houston for a hot minute when I was a little kid.
You had super baddies all around you. He was like,
dude,
this
my
is
6th
trash.
grade English teacher. Shout out Miss Riley. But yeah, dude, she was the end of my day, like the last class of the day. And boy, was I looking forward to every day in 6th grade, bro. It was fucking bad. It was fucking bad.
Big turn up.
Oh, dude. Ooh. She was probably the hottest teacher I've ever had as like a student ever.
It's wild.
Yeah. 6th grade. That was it. She was like in her mid-20s at the time. Fucking smoke show.
I don't think I've ever had a teacher. The hottest teacher I had in elementary school was a dude.
Ugh. I had some muscular fucking teachers as guys. It was wild. Like these just jacked up
I had a
fuckers.
muscular woman gym teacher.
Nice.
And she was like super dyked out. Miss Ike. Her name was Miss Ike.
Oh, God.
And we used to call her Miss Dyke behind her back, dude.
Of course you know. I love it. But yeah, with the whole like woman, it's been weird, but like you do see some there is a line. Like to me there is a line.
11 years old is too young.
15, 16,
Too young.
it's South
High
Park.
school teachers get away with it.
15 and
when
16
you're
year
dealing
olds
with elementary students, that is so bad.
Yeah, when it's elementary school or fucking, that's weird.
You making out with me when I'm 11,
Yeah.
you have an issue.
There's
I
there's
understand like a
screw loose.
younger pubescent boy, somebody that's on a football team in high school.
Yeah.
He's a man already.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Yeah.
The 11-year-old boy, that throws me off.
There's a line. I mean, even with like Like some women, when it's like 17 and the dude's like 19, I'm like, all right, at least you got one more year.
Yeah, whatever.
But when it comes to like dudes, yeah, usually it's like around like 15, 16, where you're just like, nice kid.
She's a predator.
Yeah. If it's 5th grade, yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Madeline's a predator. All right. So in further news, this girl caught her father watching her OnlyFans.
I think I heard about this. Oh my God, dude!
This is from the Daily Express U.S. But they are from the UK, I believe.
Yeah, it's wild. Like I've been waiting for stories like this. I really have, where like some creep shit. Who was it? There was a woman that was recently online. She went to Christianity, and I'm not.
Dude.
Whatever. I'm atheist. I have no fucking shit towards it. Whatever.
Oh, you can't be atheist. There's gotta be some type of God for you.
And if I'm hedging my bets pretty much. But like when it comes to like that kind of stuff, cool. But like for her father to be giving her money on OnlyFans before she like found Christ and everything, that shit weirds me out so much. The fact that there's like dads putting their fucking credit card number.
Dude, that is disgusting.
It's
as fuck.
disturbing.
Check this out. Ellie Mae Baker told Kids Spot after releasing content on the app for some time, she discovered her dad was a subscriber. The 34-year-old said, "It was my dad. Although I hate calling him that now, because of what father would want to watch his daughter's racy OnlyFans videos."
What fucking father doesn't fucking educate or his daughter not to do shit like that? If I would be a terrible parent. Like
he started. So I read this story earlier. He started berating her once he subscribed. Somebody tipped him off that his daughter was on OnlyFans, and then for some odd ass reason he subscribed to it. But then he started texting her, and he started telling Ellie.
Yeah.
He was like, "What the fuck are you doing? You're a bad mother. This and that." And she was like, "Why are you subscribing to my OnlyFans in the first place, bro?" And he started telling her. He started calling her horrible names like gutter trash and a hoe.
Good.
But it wasn't until I read the part where he described my content and the things I was doing to myself in those videos that rocked my world.
Yeah, it's called a realization, you fucking moron.
Yeah, why would you watch that if it's your daughter? I understand telling your daughter, I don't believe you should be doing this. This is not a good idea.
I mean,
there's better ways to make money. You're a smart woman. You're better than this. But to subscribe and then to watch and then describe it back to your daughter.
Well, I mean,
that's disgusting.
I mean, if he's berating her for it, like.
But he watched it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's sort of like fucking.
It's a double-edged sword.
Have you ever seen the movie Hardcore with George C. Scott?
No, I watched Max Hardcore with my dad before.
Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. You had fun. All right.
No, my dad had fun. I was traumatized.
The Hardcore is this movie about George C. Scott finding out his daughter's in like porn and shit, right?
Okay.
And the father from fucking Everybody Loves Raymond is like this private detective that has him like watch his fucking daughter get railed.
Doing scenes?
Yeah, and he's just like, turn it off. Turn it off. Turn it off. Yeah, he's fucking losing it, right? It's nuts, man. That movie's so good. But I mean, if somebody told him about it and like he wanted to see and then like started
to pay, he had to pay to subscribe.
I mean, yeah, I mean,
it's probably like $3.50 or something.
The dumbest thing is, why not use your buddy's fucking credit card to fucking do it?
His buddy already saw it, so might as well use his account, right?
Yeah, use the fucking account. Don't use your own goddamn credit card, you
But
fucking
do you
moron.
want to see that account? You don't want to see that.
I mean, to fucking have evidence against the bitch, maybe, but that's about it.
But why? If she's making money for herself and she's
I'm not
doing her
faulting
thing,
her, but from a dad perspective,
dude,
that would be fucking
check this out.
traumatizing.
OnlyFans is full of dildoing people in lingerie.
A lot of butthole. I get it.
Butthole, lingerie, stuff like this. So if you're subscribing, you already know what you're walking into. Everybody knows what OnlyFans is. So when you know that your daughter's doing that.
Again, he should have used his buddy's fucking credit card. He shouldn't have used his own. That's weird.
Super weird.
That's weird to me.
And then
I'm not saying that
this girl Ellie also said he must have subscribed under an alias.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not gonna fucking
show up like I'm your dad.
I'm your dad 69. Like it's not. You can't fucking do that. You gotta go
your
fucking
dad
stuff.
69.
Yeah, 6969. What's up?
Yeah.
I am disappointed. 85. You should know better. 72 or some shit.
For the news. Oh no, that's the same news story. That was her.
Oh God, yeah, the credit card thing's done.
Check this out.
Ooh.
Death row killer Alan Eugene Miller sentenced to execution by nitrogen gas after surviving lethal injection.
So they froze his ass?
Dude, he survived lethal injection.
Well, look at him.
So this was
He
in
eats
Alabama.
well. Look at him. Pull him up. We'll go back up to him. That's a guy who can take at least 3 doses.
Dude, he's eating good.
Oh, bro, what was his crime? What did he do?
Okay, so Alabama authorized the execution of a second inmate by nitrogen gas.
Yeah, he's getting freeze-dried.
Months
That's
after the
nuts.
state became the first state to put a person to death with the previously untested method.
Okay.
Which nitrogen gas is untested.
Yeah, okay.
Alan Eugene Miller survived a 2022 lethal injection attempt. The final execution date for Miller, convicted of the murder of 3 men in a workspace shooting.
Oh, okay, so he went
in
postal.
1999. Yeah, so he was getting bullied at work and he shot 3 guys at work.
Okay.
He awaits confirmation from the state's government. According to the Office of Attorneys General, the court following in February, the execution will use nitrogen gas. Mirroring the method employed for Kenneth Smith's execution in January. Smith's execution was observed to end with extended periods of convulsions on the gurney.
Okay.
Rather than address these failures, the state of Alabama has attempted to maintain secrecy and avoid public scrutiny, in part by misrepresenting what happened in this botched execution.
Yeah, so he survived. Now they're fucking gonna freeze him. That's interesting.
State lawyers also noted that Miller has been on death row since the year 2000, emphasizing that it's time to implement his sentence. So they've been waiting to kill him because he was just murking people at work. And now they're going to use nitrogen. And nitrogen, is just like the first thing you said, that's freezing you to death, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's very cold. It's a cold gas.
Sounds fucking interesting. Like,
it is very interesting.
Like you're basically doing like a fucking Iceman killing. Yeah, putting him in a fucking freezer.
That's
basically
like a Batman killing you. Are you scared that they might end up with a
It is the winter of your discontent. Yeah, I missed the freeze.
I lived through
Victor
this.
Freeze.
I lived through this, and I also survived lethal injection. Get to the chopper.
Oh God. Yeah, I mean I would love to actually kind of like witness one of those because
I always thought that myself.
It would be uncomfortable because obviously the dude's gonna fucking convulse. Is being
I want to actually know that the dude is deserving of it.
Yeah.
If you're deserving, or the dude, woman, whoever, if you're deserving of it, I wouldn't mind watching that. I'm in the grotesque entertainment.
Yeah, that's actually that's fucking wild that they
The
had to do
nitrogen gas is wild.
Yeah, man.
So we're gonna freeze you from the inside out.
Yeah. Wow.
That's a tough one, dude.
Yeah, dude. I like it. I'm a fan. I'm a death penalty guy, because I know, even though I know it could be used on me, I don't give a fuck.
Check this out. A supercomputer predicts humans will face a triple whammy extinction event.
God. What are you giving me, baby? What are you giving me? I'll talk about this.
According to metro.co.uk, a supercomputer has predicted that we are going to go through a triple extinction event.
Okay.
That's 3 different events that will put the human race extinct.
All right.
A combination of failing food supply, rising sea levels, and areas of the planet becoming too hot to live.
Okay.
Will ultimately lead to most all mammals, including humans, that die out.
Okay.
Do you think this is climate change propaganda?
Oh God.
I think that.
I mean,
I believe it.
AI in general
is bullshit and
well,
it's ran by the libtards.
You said it, not me. All right, you said it, not me. My thing with AI, especially when they had that AI Gemini, the Google Gemini, where they did the everybody was basically either black, indigenous, or like Chinese.
They were showing
they had
Nazis.
They had
black
one white
indigenous.
Nazi out of all of them, and I'm like, what are you?
You got me fucked up.
And then like ChatGPT's been, they've done stuff with that where it's like, oh, I can't say anything nice about certain people, or
which brings me to the question: will AI become so sentient that it'll realize that the liberals are so retarded? Because they are. I mean, they are spouting off nonsense. Let's all be real here. I was a liberal growing up. I was very democratic.
Yeah.
Now, as I'm getting older and I'm seeing both sides of the argument, I'm really against all of politics. I've never voted.
I have.
I've never voted.
I'm still one of those people.
I'm against all of them, but I do hear what makes sense from both sides of the parties. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like to hear you all out, and then I think logically on my side.
The thing that we really have to worry about isn't AI. Like, that's
What
not
is it?
what we have to worry about. It's AGI, which is artificial general intelligence.
Yes.
That's the one.
The one that's sentient.
The ones that's fucking around, learning languages in like 15
Creating
seconds.
their own language.
Creating apps on its own. Like, that's the one I fear. That's
the ones that dictate their own future.
There's a great work of fiction
called The Terminator.
No, not even that. This is way more graphic and gruesome. Anybody that's interested, there's a short story by a guy named Harlan Ellison. He's actually from Shaker Heights, Ohio.
No shit.
Yeah, and he has a thing called I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream, which is an artificial general intelligence taking over the world, killing off humanity, and then saving 3 or 4 people.
Is this a book?
It's a story. It's like a short story. It's like a sci-fi
short
story.
book?
Yeah, I'll send you. There's a link to an audiobook.
Harlan who?
Harlan Ellison.
Wow.
He's really good.
I'm very interested in
He's
this.
done video game voiceovers, stuff like that too, which I'll plug that, by the way, at the end. Cause
Nice.
I know that of something I'm doing soon, so that's going to be fun.
Yeah, dude.
But no, Harlan, it was mostly pulp science fiction. Like,
I have
just
no mouth, but I have no voice, but I want to scream.
No, I have no mouth and I must scream.
That's, dude.
It's a really good book. I always recommend to people, get fucking baked out of your mind.
Yeah, dude.
Just sit like in the couch as much indica as you can possibly do. Put headphones on and just close your eyes and listen to Harlan Ellison on YouTube do I Have No Mouth, because it's awesome. There's
this
sci-fi.
is available on YouTube.
There's audiobook copies on YouTube that I can send you tonight.
Dude, please send me that link.
It's good, dude. It's very good.
Harlan Ellison.
Ellison. Yeah.
Harlan
R.I.P.
Ellison.
to the man. He died in the early 2000s. But with this kind of stuff, though, with the AI and everything, like, sure, it could happen. I mean, shit's getting wild anyway, so fuck it. But like,
it's always been wild, hasn't it?
Kind of, but I mean, I even remember, I'm 35.
Yeah.
I remember snow days.
Yeah, dude.
Like, there's something going on. Like, I'm starting. But because, like, even I remember, like, the heavy buffalo-style winters.
Me too.
We would get, and
I'm
that's
turning 34 in
Yeah.
July, and I remember these times. And one thing that I've been seeing is that
that's what
Have
really
you-
changed me.
have
Is
you-
the last couple of years I've noticed, like, we really haven't gotten like our due. We've had some
are
like
you
bad snow days.
conspiracy heavy? Do you follow the conspiracy?
I mean, we could go down that rabbit hole with you. I'll
Well,
do it.
I'll make it quick with you. The conspiracy about chemtrails.
Oh yeah,
That's
cloud
been
seeding and
it's-
all that stuff.
Well, it came out that it's actually been proven that cloud seeding is what that is, and the government pays airlines $3,000 per flight to have a chemical put in there for cloud seeding.
Well, there is
For,
paperwork talking about it. I
but
mean,
it just got brought out because Saudi Arabia went too far with their cloud seeding, and they flooded their whole country, and they fucked their country up.
Yeah, it's again.
But it also seems like it. I don't know. If I was in the position to be able to control cloud seeding, there's areas where you kind of want rain.
Yeah.
I want rain on the West Coast. I want California to get rain. They never get enough, and now they got wildfires.
Yeah.
that spread all over the country. And
Colorado, same thing.
Yeah, like they need rain, so it makes sense to be like, oh, we have a program that can fix this.
Yeah.
I would love to implement that myself. But when you start doing too much of it, and people get a little overzealous, that's when you feel like it becomes a God complex.
Well, we started that after the what do you call it? After the atomic bomb. I mean, that's like where we humans became their own gods. So it's for science to be able to do that now is impressive. But I mean, we'll see with it's new technology, if anything. So who knows? You could have a fucking world where it's all fucking green and shit, and you can't light a fucking match. Who knows?
Here's a quote from Dr. Farnsworth.
Good news, everyone.
Hold on. Let me highlight this, and you can read it in that voice.
Bad news, everyone. While we are predicting an uninhabitable planet in 250 million years from now, why the fuck do you care? Why the fuck? Dude, come on.
Well, read it, Dr. Farnsworth.
Today we are already experiencing extreme heat that is determinable to human health, or detrimental to human health. This is why it's crucial to net zero emissions as soon as possible.
Dude, you are so good with the accent.
That's not a good one. I can do Alex Jones. That's probably my best one. Where's Jeremy Tomesek? I'd like to thank you for having me on here. We're going to talk about U.S. and Russian planes come face to face in Putin's nuclear bombers spotted near Alaska. This is an old story, by the way.
Is it?
Yeah, I think this is an old story.
No,
the Russian planes.
I just pulled this up today.
Where was it? Where is it from?
May 3rd.
Oh, okay. Well, this has happened before, so it's man. You want to talk about something that's like the fact that like nothing happened, bar the pandemic. Nothing happened for 4 years. Now we got this bullshit. We got fucking. Those the what do you call it? That fucking balloon drones by our fucking military complexes, all that shit, and nobody's panicking. Like I follow a lot of this stuff because I'm in a work truck all day.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like, what am I gonna fucking do? Not listen to politics and music?
I'm the same way.
And with everything that's going on,
I'm working with machines all day, every day with headphones in my ear.
Yeah.
And I'm listening to just stuff. I'm listening to the radio, podcasts, people talking about all these various things.
Yeah.
And, like, it freaks me out. Like, dude, a hunting rifle right over here on this thing. I have a rucksack. I have all of my like.
You got your bug out shit.
I got a bug out bag and all that stuff. I've been building it up. I just bought 25 round magazines for my hunting rifle. Nice. I'm so set up for when like shit goes bad. I work with like military guys that are.
I'm lucky I have a fast car. That's all I have.
It's
I
not
have
gonna
a
help
fast car.
You have to be
that
on
can
your feet.
Get me
dude.
the fuck out of here into the fucking woods.
It's not gonna help you.
Oh, it'll help. I'm gonna fucking Fast and Furious I'll Fast and Furious my happy ass out to the fucking Amish country and be like, I can grow a beard and I'll cut my mustache. Who do I have to fucking marry? Let's go.
Did you ever watch The Last of Us?
Yeah.
Now you remember when shit goes down.
I'd be a clicker immediately. Yeah, I'd be one of those. Like, I'm too fat to
With the
run.
mushrooms all over.
Yeah,
your
I'd be
head.
absolutely a clicker.
No, dude. Like when the beginning of The Last of Us, shit pops off when dude goes and gets his brother out of jail because he was fighting with somebody that was actually having they were breaking down with the zombie shit.
Yeah.
And he went to jail and he was like, shit's crazy down here. Please bail me out. They come back. They go grab his daughter and shit's going down rapidly.
Yeah.
A fast car is not going to help you.
That video game intro is one of the saddest intros to a video game.
I never played the game, but from what I heard, the show follows it very accurately.
I haven't seen the show. I know the
I heard the
thing
show
with,
was exactly with the game.
I know the thing with Ron Swanson wasn't in the game.
The gay guy?
Yeah, Ron Swanson from Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
But
that part was very touching. For real, for me being somebody that's
touching dick.
No, for me being a guy that's like, really, I'm against like people pushing the gay agenda.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. Mm-hmm. But to see how they played that story out, that was the most touching gay story I've ever seen in my life. I teared up. I got a little teary-eyed.
Oh,
I was
God.
like, oh my God, these gay guys like are really made for each other.
Aww.
I was like, I need a husband like this.
That's awesome. But like, where were we at? I lost myself.
So like preparing for like doomsday because if like the nuclear war happens, you got a fast car. It's not gonna help you in this situation.
No, I know. Well, I'm gonna get out of blast radius as quickly as possible. Grab the girlfriend and fucking head out, and then fucking like out the door I go. You know, to wherever. Hopefully the hinterlands, like Roaming Shores or one of those fucking places.
Yeah,
that's like just secluded. And, like, bring canned goods so at least I have something to trade for fucking safety. Like, just do that shit.
I got a new girlfriend, okay?
Yeah.
And this girl, she caught me by... We have a running joke that was love at second sight. Because when I first seen her, she had an attitude. She had her hood up. She wasn't looking pretty. But then I got called up to a room while I was moving my sister's stuff. And... she was talking about survival planning. And when I showed up, she was talking about survival and stuff. And I was like, I love you. Like you are the one for me. We are both bugging out and we're ready for it. So this happened and she's been telling me, she was like, no, my parents got acres of land and you're just going to come over with me. And I am super prepared to live in the woods.
And you have a gun, so you're already valuable.
I got several guns.
If the shit hits the fans, it's gonna be. I heard Sam Talent say this, and on Are You Garbage?
I love Sam Talent.
I love Sam too. He's a great guy. He
is a Cleveland guy. No matter how much
his mom's actually from Cleveland.
She's from Cleveland Heights, and no matter how much he tells you guys that he's from Colorado and he reps Colorado, he's a Cleveland boy.
He's got the state of Colorado on his arm. He represents.
He's a Cleveland boy.
I love Sam. I actually met him at the Comedy Works in
great
Denver.
Guy. I seen him open up for Tom Segura, and he was talking about Cleveland Heights, and I was like, "Let's go."
Yeah. He spent a lot of time. We were talking that night when he kind of like he comes over to me. He was like, "Have I ever seen you before?"
He was like, "Yes, you did."
Probably, and it was probably he came to Cleveland to do like fucking one of Bill's shows, and we had hung out for a little while. back in my heavy drinking days. Yeah, dude, like Sam's fucking awesome, and he said it best. It's guns and salt. Salt to like make meat.
Yes.
Salt will be a big thing, and so will guns. Like that's
a huge
gonna
point.
win you everything.
That is a very good point.
Yeah,
Because salt,
he made that point. I'm like, oh,
salt
fuck.
will help you store your food. You could. That's an ancient way of storing food. You
Yeah,
could bury
exactly.
You could bury meat in salt in the ground,
Yeah.
and you will be able to dig it back up and eat it and live.
Yeah, yeah. And that when he said that, I was like, oh fuck, you're right, dude. All right, so at least I can possibly get two things. Let's go.
I had more news stories for today's episode.
I know I'm a talker,
but we're already past all that. There's another segment of this show where I pull up videos for us to watch. Let me
do
switch the
it.
screen over for me to share my screen. All right. Did you ever, when you were going to school, did you ever have kids that drummed with pens?
I was one of those kids.
Were you?
Yeah, I would just get bored and my ADD brain would just
Give
go.
me your score on this kid.
Okay. Wow. Drumline is fuck. I love it. Nice.
Hey.
Yeah.
Let's go.
The wrist speed is fucking awesome.
He's dripping.
Yeah. He's putting it all in there. That hairline is crisp.
Nice.
Yeah.
I need my space.
Do ya? Yeah, dude. That's inhuman. Like that speed is fucking great.
Unbelievable.
I'm a bass guy. Like I like bass a lot. And the fact that he's able to get some bass and shit and then be able to switch over. Yeah, he was in drumline in high school for sure. You can tell. Yeah.
I grew up with kids that did this.
Yeah, the drum kids were always the ones doing shit like that in the band in high school.
He did Mario.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's talent right there, man. Isn't that wild? Like, think about this.
Unbelievable.
Like,
an unbelievable talent.
15 years ago, this fucking guy would just be doing this to himself.
In the lunchroom.
Not even lunchroom. Like, just in his house. You know, he'd be doing that on his own. No camera in front of him, and no one would see it. Now we have, like, every single fart ever recorded in human history on fucking TikTok and YouTube. Like it baffles me.
Are you into wildlife?
Oh fuck yeah! Let's
Have
see
you
some.
ever
Is it violent wildlife?
Have you ever hung out in the ocean?
No, I've seen the Atlantic Ocean once. When I went to New York or New Jersey.
Yeah.
I've never seen the West Coast.
I went to Myrtle Beach and I swam way out into the ocean. And then I went on a charter boat and we pulled up sharks. And I was like, what the fuck was I swimming in with
your
my
hands?
dog?
Your hands are too soft from counting your money, Mr. Tomesek. You go into the water, shark in the water. Our shark.
Check this guy out. He's out on a fucking kayak, dude.
Oh, yeah, I think I've seen this video.
Whoa, beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah.
Those are called killer whales for a reason.
Hello.
Yeah, but they don't really fuck
Hello,
with humans.
gorgeous.
They notice.
How are you?
They do.
Hello,
He's not
darling.
on a kayak. He's on a surfboard. He's like kind of paddleboarding out.
Look at you guys. Wanted to say hello.
And they're checking him out.
Oh, come on.
They're trying to make sure it's not
Hey.
a seal.
Yeah.
And they're smart enough to
Beautiful.
know the difference.
Yeah.
Hey.
They're very
Look
intelligent.
at you, darling.
Scary.
Very, very intelligent.
Scary. Because they will fuck you up if they want to.
Whoa.
Well, I mean, as long as you're not beating them at SeaWorld, you're fine.
No, dude. No, the ocean ones, they've been lately there's a thing going on where they've been attacking boats and been sieging boats.
Yeah.
Because they're sick of people. They know that they've recognized us.
Well, when you harpoon their fucking next of kin, it's kind of hard.
Yes, or when they get caught in nets.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
all that
fuck
shit.
that, man.
Dude, it sucks for these guys.
Yeah.
And now they're flexing on us.
Yeah.
A paddle boarder.
Yeah.
And
You
they're
go
like-
into the water again. You go into the water, whale in the water, killer whale. Like, farewell and adieu to you, fair Aussie man guy. I lost it there, but whatever.
We're into tough guys, right?
These fucks. I love these guys.
What you gonna do when you get your oil changed at your local Marmar?
Bro. So, all right, pause this. These two, I see these two all the fucking time.
The greatest white guys in the world.
They are absolute Ashton Beulah shit. Like, they're on the Ashton Beulah shit. And I want the one on the right the most. Like, I want him to roll up to the gym I'm in. I'll talk to my fucking guy to get possibly a smoker put together. And those don't happen. Those are illegal. I want the one on the right. The one on the left, I feel bad for. Like, he looks like the guy who gets pumped up by everybody, including his crackhead girlfriend.
But also gets picked on all the time.
He is one of those guys that thinks everybody laughing at him is with him.
Yeah.
He thinks he's the fucking funny
He
one.
gets bullied out of buying all the beer. He gets bullied into like fucking.
He's like the one.
That's
He's the
somebody I
hanger
pick on.
And then the other one, the meth boy over there on the right.
He's the bully.
Yeah, that dude to me, I would love to just
He thinks he's
absolutely
a tough
double
guy.
leg him.
Yes,
and
dude.
There's a part of me every time I watch these two, because they show up in so many different fucking reels and shit.
I know.
I'm like, I would fuck both of you up, and I look like me. Like, I'm 225 pounds and I'm 5'10". Fuck it, let's go.
Are you into X Games?
Yeah, dude. Absolutely. Oh, I saw this. Oh, I love him.
Oh my god.
He hits. Force.
Look at it, how dumbfounded he is.
I was like 6 a.m. on the toilet when I watched this. I was
That's
taking
what
a shit while I was fucking watching this.
That's what the fuck you get for riding a scooter in a ramp park.
Hey, you know what?
It's a skater park. That's not a scooter park.
No, it's for every extreme sport, and scooters
Nah,
are
dude.
extreme.
They're
Razor boards.
not extreme, dude.
Fuck
Get
yeah.
the fuck out of here.
I mean, he took the ball. He had the balls enough to try and do a transfer like that.
Are you going to tell me that Tony Hawk wouldn't have seen the security camera while he was busting the 1080?
I mean,
that kid's a loser. He's such a fucking dork. I can't stand him. I hate him.
He's not. He's above the two fucking Coke twins that were before him. So
no, he's not.
Yeah, in my book, he tries. Ooh, such speed! Bam! Oh, just one more time. Yeah.
His arm gets wrecked on the rail.
Just
Boom!
destroyed.
Dude.
That popped his shoulder out probably.
Wrecked.
Destroys him.
Got wrecked.
Yeah, I love that video. Yeah, I like these.
Oh,
great. That's cool.
Oh, hold on. Let me pause this.
Yeah.
I gotta mute it.
Yeah, you do.
I can't play that.
DCMAs, bro. DCMAs. Fucking YouTube. I hate you.
Now look at this dog. This dude.
Yeah, the balance is
I watch
amazing.
this guy on TikTok all the time. His dog has learned how to ride a one-wheel hoverboard thing, and he walks it in the park all the time.
Yeah.
The dog loves skating with him.
Yeah.
That is the cutest dog in the world.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
And there's one video where it almost runs over an old lady, but it like gets out of the way just in the nick of time. Like how dogs are. Dogs like to do the juke move.
Yeah.
From Madden.
Yeah. They like the right stick a lot.
They love it.
They press control
Look
or
at him.
RB.
He's chilling and looking around.
Yeah, dude.
And now he's about to zoom off again. Look, you can see the dude's shoulder. He was like, "Come on, buddy," and
Yeah.
he's zooming with him.
Hell yeah!
Look at this dog. Dude.
I love. I said there used to be a lot of it going around of a pug, I think, or like an English bulldog that had a skateboard.
Yeah, dude.
I loved getting
Yes.
baked and going through my fucking like saved list.
Rob
of
Deerdeck
him,
had all of his bulldogs.
Yeah.
They always skated.
That's awesome. That's cool.
But this is different than skating, though.
It's hoverboards.
Because when you jump on there, you have to have your balance already
Oh,
going.
yeah.
And this dog understood it.
Dude, I'd crack my fucking shoulders so quickly on those.
Me too.
I have zero balance anymore.
And this dog's got it with 4 legs.
Oh my god, yeah, that's
Coolest dog in the world.
Fuck yeah, baby.
All right, check this out.
Let's go. Oh, I love these. Absolutely love these. Yeah, these are always fun. The magic tricks are fun too.
Me and my sister have experiences like this at the zoo.
Look at his wiener, babe. Babe, look at his.
Oh God. Oh no. Oh no.
He's got a hard dick.
Oh
dude.
no.
He's got a hard dick, dude.
Oh
Look at him.
no.
Look at him.
Oh no.
What are you two doing?
Oh no. Oh.
Look at him. He's looking at him in the eye.
Boy, old boy's making a new one. Oh boy.
He's like, look at me putting this work,
Bro,
homeboy.
that's just.
He's like, you out here playing games? I ain't about that. Look
Yeah,
at me
you
get my
have
dick
to,
wet, bro.
You have to wait till your birthday for this, bitch.
Yeah.
I get it all day, every day.
It ain't Christmas. It happens to be August.
Yeah. Yeah, I can get backdoor whenever.
Dude, now let's run this back.
Yeah, dude, like
he shows up, dick hard already.
Yeah, he's already. Oh God,
but
that thing.
But dude's trying to play with him, and he's like, "I'm telling you right now, get the fuck away from me. I'm gonna show you what's up, bro." He's like, "Oh, you think shit's cool?"
Yeah, dude, you're about to.
I'm about to man you
You're
up.
You're about to see something
Who's the
you've
man?
never seen.
Who's the man? Look, he waves her over.
What
He
an
says,
exhibition!
"Come here."
Oh, good lord!
And he looks him in the eye. Looks him in the eye, bro.
Oh my god! Oh.
That's a dominant move. Look you in the eye while
Yeah,
I'm
that's
fucking
alpha.
my girl.
Yeah.
Alpha as fuck.
You don't get this at home, monkey boy.
He looked over. You still watching?
Oh God. So weird.
Dude, apes are awesome.
Oh, they are, but especially like the fact that like some fucking orangutans too right now are going into like the Stone Age. It's awesome.
Dude, check this out. One time, me and my sister, we go to the zoo with my mom. Me and my sister break away.
Yeah.
We have 2 half brother, half sister. They go their way with my mom. Me and my sister, we go our way. We go through the ape exhibit. I can't remember what zoo it was. I think it was Toledo. They have like a big ape exhibit. We walk into this like room, and we walk into this one exhibit, and there's these big apes look just like this guy. We can see there's these big rock walls.
Yeah.
Like a ledge that they can walk around.
Uh-huh.
And then down low, there's like there's ropes and nets and toys. But we show up, and one of these monkeys look at us in the eyes.
Oh no!
And he's like, "Oh, y'all want to watch?" So he goes up, and he goes to a fruit basket that's on the rock ledge, and he grabs some fruit out, and we're like, "Oh, this is cool." Like he's munching, so he's getting munchies.
Yeah.
There's a girl monkey there, and she obviously is in heat, or this dude's like turned on. But he just starts beating his shit, looking dead at her twat. And she bends back. She bends it back. She spreads it open for him. And he starts beating his shit. And then he looks at us through the window. Like, we're like 20, 30 feet away. He runs the rock ledge and then gets into where we could observe him. And he jumps up on top of this glass plate dome thing. He jumps up on top of there, and he looks at us while he's just beating his shit. He's just beating it, looking at us in the eyes, bro. He's just dead looking at us. And me and my sister, we lose it. We're laughing so hard, but there's people with like their kids there, and they're grabbing their kids by the eyes, and they're like,
"Yeah,
let's get out of here. This
Lord.
monkey's crazy." And me and my sister are laughing. He's just beating his shit, looking at us in the eyes, bro.
Curious George wasn't that curious that day.
He was a little too curious that
Oh,
day.
yeah, he was. It's like, girl, what that mouth do?
All right, I got a couple more videos.
Let's go.
What else do we got here? Oh, check this out. Have you ever thought about getting if you have a heart attack and you have to get revived,
Okay.
how do you hope that it would happen?
To be honest, the paddles.
I'm going to tell you that this is the way that you want it to happen.
Oh. Okay.
This is CPR.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay. La boca tiene que estar ahí.
Revive me. Please.
She's speaking Spanish, so she's already perfect.
Oh, mami. Mamita. Oh, mami. Mami, I'm awake.
Oh God, yeah, she's pretty hot. I'd love to. If I had a heart attack and that was resuscitating me, yes. But the paddles sound way more fun.
They are.
I don't know why. I'm glad I've never had stuff to really.
Have you ever been tased?
No,
Oh,
I've never.
dude.
I've been.
It's rough.
I've been electrocuted. I remember when I was like maybe 5.
It's
I was
rough.
an idiot and I put my finger between like an already plugged in electrical thing and the
Ooh.
fucking like socket.
Oh, you got a real tase.
Burn like yeah, it was bad.
I don't know what this is.
Oh, this is
Oh
yeah,
my God!
Yeah, so that's a
Dude.
lung blower. You want to go back to
Is
this?
that what that's called?
Yes.
A lung
Yeah. Here,
blower?
watch. Yeah, she's gonna get the fucking wind
So
knocked out of her.
This girl.
This is in
gets
Cleveland, Ohio, by the way. This is
With the
at
hardest-
this is the Masonic Auditorium.
Is it?
Yeah.
This is the hardest backbreaker I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And it's a man doing it to a woman.
You know Johnny Gargano?
Dude, this is
That's
real.
Candice LeRae, by the way, Johnny Gargano's wife from WWE. That's
the fuck?
Candice. Yeah. This is the AIW, Absolute Intense Wrestling. Actually, I'm wearing currently cheap
Oh,
plug.
shit. Hold on. Keep
but,
it up.
Yeah, here. AIW. Let me see. Right there. AIW, Absolute
Stand
Intense
up.
Wrestling.
Stand up.
Oh, God. All
Stand up. Show it.
This right here.
Let's go. The most intense wrestling
In the United States.
in the
which
United
it is.
States.
They are. They actually had a
Wild.
show. They had a show yesterday in Lakewood.
No shit.
Yeah, they do like spot shows. They do the Masonic. They're having Kurt Angle come
Dude, this
on
guy
the 24th.
fucking wrecked this girl. This is a
Yeah,
real,
I forget
This
who
is
the-
a real wrestling move.
I forget who the guy is.
Why
who
did he do
does
that
it.
to this girl?
Because they were having a match together.
That's not fair.
It's pro wrestling.
Dudes with dudes don't actually try to break your spine.
No, I mean the lung blower is a real move. I mean
That's
it's
not
Roderick
fair.
Strong. Yeah. Well, no, I mean it's legal. It's a
Okay.
slam technically.
Let's run this back. because
Yeah,
this is-
she dies right here. I remember watching this
She's
like
dead.
the next day.
She's dead.
I watched this the next day. Bam!
Dude.
Yeah, the lung blower.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That is terrible.
That is that happened at the Masonic Auditorium actually.
Look at the caption. It says women. Couples were so much more
More
romantic back then. Grandpa, if the food was
slightly cold and bam. Candy she actually is a WWE superstar. She's contracted by the WWE currently. Yeah, she was in a match.
And her
I think it was
spine,
a 6-man.
Her spine is intact.
Yeah, she's fine. She wrestles every once in a while. Like I don't really watch WWE anymore. I watched
Insane.
Mania.
Insane.
But yeah, Candice LeRae, that's her name.
We have one last video.
This is one of my favorite videos of the month. Just throwing your fucking kid, you pussy. You fucking pussy. I want to call him something else, but we're on YouTube and I don't want to get you like
You can
demonetized.
call whatever you want.
No, I know the rules too much.
What a faggot.
Okay, there we are. You said it, not me. Yeah, he gets fucking just which
The raccoon really
in his
grabbed it,
defense, it's rabid. So
and he didn't know it was there. That's what gets you.
yeah. Well, yeah, that's and I take care of those for a living. So
Do you?
It's one of the things on my license. I still believe. Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah. You in the state of Ohio, you actually have to trap them, gas them.
Oh,
Can't
yeah.
relocate them. Can't do any of that.
Dude, I've seen at a job that I worked at, people gassed them out with exhaust fumes.
Yeah, some people get fucking
I don't
Hannibal
agree
Lecter with it.
I don't agree with it. I don't like that.
I mean,
just relocate them.
The thing we use is kind of humane. I mean, we put it in a trap, like a trap or whatever in there,
That's
in a
what they
box,
did,
and then
too.
fucking gas it. Yeah, that's pretty much what we do.
Just relocate them.
We can't.
I know it's like law. It's so
Yeah.
sad because they're kind of like cats. I don't
Well, I mean,
know.
they have rabies, dude. I mean, that's the thing. Like they're
don't.
very susceptible to rabies.
People just put that on it. Rabies is not that
You're
common.
Still, there's the chance. You don't want to like have the chance.
You would see it if it has it.
Obviously, but still, you got it. You just do, because they will attack. They will attack. There is the. Trust me, dude. I've been doing this for 10 years. Like I've been doing pest control for 10 fucking years.
As long as you've done comedy.
Yeah. It started pretty much at the same time. But no, yeah, you got it. But that fucking guy. When I saw that video,
baby.
I saw that on Compound Media like a couple days ago.
Yeah.
And like watching that, and he's probably our age, maybe a little, maybe. You know, who knows where he's from, maybe a little younger, look like. And for you just to, like, fucking throw the baby like that, you want to talk about, like, fucking him up? That's going to fuck that kid up big time.
Major. You remember
Depending on
that.
the age, yeah. But still, your first time you ever realize... I had a joke for a little while where as a child, it's the first time you find out your body and self-esteem fall at the same speed.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It becomes that, like, that first time you get hurt. That's that kid's first time. Maybe. Who knows? He may have fallen off the fucking diaper changing table and not remember, but, like, that kid looks like he has somewhat of a memory base that he can start with. And your dad tossing you while he's fighting a raccoon.
Chucking you.
And he's not even in West Virginia. It's like, dude, what the fuck?
Raymond Hyclak, my esteemed guest for
Thank you.
episode 71. Tell us, where can we find you again? Just reiterate.
First, I'll do the thing for the show. I host a show with Tim Danko and Pulse Reloaded on Bro Plata, which is BROPLATA. Go check us out on all of our social medias. It's all at Bro Plata, one word. So you just have to do that. And then if you want to find my social medias, it's at Ray Hyclak. All you have to do, use my last name. It's in the title of the show today, so at least and it's right there for you.
We got you locked down.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm lucky the fact that I have such a unique last name, so it helps me out when it comes to getting, like, social media tags.
You're not Raymond Smith.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh god, that would be so shit. But yeah, you can do that, and then check out my YouTube page at Ray Hyclak. That's all you gotta do.
Thank you for coming through and joining us on No Outlet Live. You can always hit us up at 216-647-0064. Tell us what you think. Leave us a voicemail if we have offended you, or if we have something that you want to put in your 2 cents on. You can always hit us up or leave us an email at NoOutletLive@yahoo.com. We are on all streaming platforms that you find podcasts. We will see you next week. Thank you for tuning in. Like and subscribe. Share with your friends. We'll see you next week, bitches.
We'll see you next time. This has been No Outlet Live.
Let me start that over.
We'll see you next time. This has been No Outlet Live.